Welcome back to Grab Your Gear 180, where we break down what matters most in 3 minutes or less. Today's topic, stakeholder capitalism. Ever hear of it? This is one of our pal Klaus Schwab's favorite talking points recently. At face value, it sounds harmless, maybe even virtuous, but what exactly is stakeholder capitalism? Well, to answer that question, let's break down first what's at the crux, which is capitalism. Now, by definition, this is an economic system in which a country's trade system is controlled by private owners. This is our current system, and it requires companies to listen to their consumers, which dictate prices. So why the foul? Well, Klaus and the gang don't think this evil system that has led to the most prosperous nation in human history is good enough. So, they propose the solution in stakeholder capitalism, which simply is a euphemism that means the decisions of companies should be directed by stakeholders. Again, it might sound nice, but who are these stakeholders? Well, this is where it gets interesting. Klaus and the WEF don't want you asking these questions because if you do, you'll quickly find that their definition of stakeholders applies to essentially anyone and anything. Klaus's definition of stakeholders are people, countries, economies, and environments that might be affected by this company's decision. And in their view, they state that under this model, companies should be only able to make decisions if those decisions benefit all stakeholders. Sound familiar? Karl Marx. So when we boil this down, Klaus and the gang's new bright idea is a repackaged, rebranded version of a state-monitored and state-controlled economy. Sneaky over there, Klaus. So how might this affect you? Well, if your state or the United States government decided that your company's decisions were too self-centered, racist, sexist, or homophobic, or any other reason in there, they might just decide that your business should be shut down and you be out of a job. Think this is too far-fetched? Just 3 years ago, President Biden weaponized an executive agency in OHSA to try and forcefully vaccinate private businesses and private citizens, only to be stopped by a 6-3 decision in the Supreme Court. If that Supreme Court changes in the next presidency, again, you might be out of a job. And when many of the world's most influential and wealthy people gather every year in Davos to support this idea, you might want to start questioning it. Till next time, I'm Grab Your Gear 180. This is your host, Joe Staten, signing out.